September 2nd, 1870. Township 15, Range 12, Winston County, Mississippi. Page 2. Dwelling 12. This is the first time my third great-grandfather's name appears in any record on Earth. Jeff Coleman. He was 56 years old.
56 years of life. And not one piece of paper anywhere says his name until this one. That's not an accident. It's not lost records or a courthouse fire. It's a law. And I found it. Stay with me. I'm going to show you exactly where every word of this comes from.
Jeff Coleman was born around 1814 in North Carolina. His wife, my third great-grandmother Mineroy, was born around 1830 in Virginia. Both of them were transported to Mississippi by force through the domestic slave trade.
They call it the Second Middle Passage, the largest forced migration in North American history before the 20th century. They met in Mississippi because they could not have met anywhere else. They built a family in bondage, and when freedom came, they rebuilt it as free people. On this census page in 1870, they're together. Jeff, a farmer, Mineroy, keeping house. 6 children, Louisa, Anderson, Harry, Isaac, Lucinda, and Patsy. That's proven. The page exists. You're looking at it.
But here's the question that took me longer to answer than finding them did. Why is this page the beginning? Where are the 56 years before it?
Search for Jeff Coleman before 1870 and you find silence. Not because nobody was writing things down. America wrote everything down. Deeds, taxes, wills, censuses every 10 years like clockwork.
The census takers came in 1850 and 1860, and Jeff and Mineroy were counted as property. On a slave schedule, an enslaved person is a tick mark, an age, a sex, a letter for color, no name.
The only name on the page belongs to the man who claimed to own them. My family is on those pages somewhere, and I will never know which lines are theirs.
Now, you might think that was slavery. Free black people would at least be in the record. And that's the discovery. They largely wouldn't. Because the invisibility wasn't a side effect. It was written into law. And it was written early.
In 1705, the colony of Virginia, where Mineroy would be born 125 years later, passed the act concerning servants and slaves. Under that law, no black person, free or enslaved, could hold any civil, military, or public office.
And a free black person could not testify in court against a white person. Think about what that means. A free black man in Virginia could own property, but if a white man took it, he could not walk into a courtroom and say so.
He could not speak on the record in his own defense. He existed in law only as far as the law needed him to. Invisible. Not by accident, by statute. 2 ways to be black in that Virginia. Enslaved, you're a tick mark on someone else's property list. Free, you're barred from the offices, the testimony, the court records, the very places where names get written down. 2 doors, both closed. Either way, no name on paper.
And here's the date I can't get past. That law was passed in 1705. 71 years later, that same colony produced the sentence, all men are created equal. The men who signed the Declaration on July 4th, 1776, grew up inside a legal world where my family's invisibility was already settled law for 2 generations.
Let me be precise about what's proven here, because that's what this channel is. Proven, the 1870 census page. Jeff, Mineroy, and their 6 children named and nominated September 2nd, 1870, Winston County, Mississippi. Proven, the 1705 Virginia statute, a public law. You can read it.
But I want to be honest about the bridge between them. That law does not name my family. No law like it names any enslaved family. That's the entire point. What I found isn't a document with their names on it. It's the reason no document has their names on it. The silence in my family tree isn't missing evidence. The silence is the evidence.
If you've traced a Black Southern family, you know the wall I'm talking about. You go back, census by census, and somewhere around 1870, the trail just stops. That wall was built on purpose, and it has a paper trail of its own. So tell me in the comments, what's the first record where your family appears by name? I read every one.
Because here's what the 4th of July looks like from inside this record. For 90 years, that holiday came and went while every documented person in my family was held in bondage. Their first free Independence Day was July 4th, 1866. And 2 months later, Mineroy gave birth to Patsy, the first person in my family ever born free. The record finally said their names. So I'll say them too. Jeff, Mineroy, Louisa, Anderson, Harry, Isaac, Lucinda, Patsy. They were always there. The paper just wasn't allowed to say so.